Welcome to The Story Thinker, a Webtoons and Witcher podcast for superfans with scene-by-scene analysis. Featuring sharp co-hosts for a fuller picture, we dive deep into character psychology, relationships, and theories. We'd love it if you could like, subscribe, comment, and rate us on all podcast platforms and social media. For bonus content, you can support The Story Thinker on Patreon. Let's begin.
I was hoping we'd get I was hoping we'd get Omega in the last episode, because that seemed like the structure that they've been going for. Like, the first episode was like the setup and then a bit of Anya. No, it was setup and mostly Ivan with Anya at the end. Then the next one was mostly Anya and Delta. And then the one after that was the humans and then a bit of Ivan and introducing Omega. And now we're probably going to get Omega, which I'm like, that's a good way to spread out your fast pass episodes at the beginning of the season.
I think it kind of reminds me of 𝗪𝗶𝗱𝗄 and also like kind of did packed a lot into their when they returned from season 3. So yeah, I think they're trying to give everyone like time.
Yeah, they're designing it so that the fast passes get like episode 1 you get like an idea and it's like a good like jumping in point to the season, but then if you read in a chunk, it's also like its own like recap or its own like way of showing what each of them have been doing. And then we'll get the new episodes that will continue off from there.
Yeah, he wants to capture our interest.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, this one wants music. And it says, please turn your headphones on.
I think they all say that when they on the top.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll reread it again after with music.
Okay. Did you want to go?
Sure. So we see maybe a flashback. It's like yellow light. The city looks fully, normal. It's like a city with skyscrapers, and there's thud, swish, pant, swish. Looks like a boxing ring thing. And it's Omega. He goes, and then there's someone else. Okay, yeah, it's a boxing ring. Omega is sparring with this other person. Person has brown hair, closely cut. They are fighting. Looks like they're practicing. And they're like, now, little brother, hold still. Okay. It's a guy. It looks like a guy. This person has slightly darker skin than Omega, dark hair, close shaven. Okay.
Golden eyes.
No. A brother. Okay. He's probably dead by now, but okay.
I was about to say he's probably dead. Unfortunate.
Not Gamma. So, and then he's like, "You hold still."
He's smiling. Oh my god. Oh, look at his little smile.
Wow.
I didn't think he's physically capable of it. Oh my god. Beautiful.
It's kind of a weird smile, but well, fine, I'll take it.
It's like, it's like brothers, like, sparring. Like, I don't know. I get the vibe he's like, like very like interpersonal, sort of like cheeky. Which I never thought I would describe Omega as cheeky, but here we are.
Yeah, he seems to have shut down his emotions a lot. But this is clearly a happier time. Oh, and they're home and they're switching, and now we see someone there. Maybe that's Gamma. We see a woman, and she has blue eyes, dark hair. Maybe it's Gamma, maybe it's not. I don't know. And they're fighting, and like good. Turns around, he grabs his brother. He's like, "Look at you, so sneaky." And he gets so happy. He's smiling, and then there's some kind of more stuff, and he kicks him in his solar plexus or something, and he's like, and the sister or the woman is like, Beta. Ooh, so
he's number
Beta.
2.
Okay. So he should be not so human then, if my understanding is correct.
I did a lot of science in my degree, so you learn a lot of the Greek letters and the order, just for instance, like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. And that's as far as I like. Yeah, that's as far as I remember. I could go further if I brushed up, but yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. According to the theory, he should be a little bit meaning less human if he's the second one, but okay. Seems pretty. And the woman rushes like Beta, and she was like, "Keep it clean, sparring, remember?" And she's, defending Omega. And Beta tells Omega, "You need to focus." And we have someone else. Who is it?
We know.
Oh, it's Delta. Looks like
Delta. It's like, who wears that button up and always looks so proper and shit? Like, even before school, I was like, oh, look at this guy raining on our parades.
Right. Ugh. No fun. And then we have the card. It's called Remembrance. Oh, that's so sad. I'm trying to see where would be a good splitting point. I guess this whole chapter looks like. Okay. You want to continue from here?
Sure. And then Beta says, what does it look like? We're sparring, prepping. For what, may I ask? 𝗪𝗲 says. Mother has forbidden sparring. And then
you know who their mother is. The mother is totally Anya's mother.
Yeah, like I had that vibe too, but like it's not confirmed, so I don't want to say, but it's like the vibe, but who knows. And then 𝗪𝗲 continues, we're trying to convince humans we're not a threat.
Oh, well,
they already fear us. This sends a different message. And he's like frowning. Oh, interesting that he is like, yo, we need to be on the human side. We need to keep things chill. And then something happens that makes him be like, I'm gonna murk all of them.
That's probably why. It's probably because like he was on their side and he was trying to like be, you know, make peace and whatever, like show them that they're okay. And then they probably did something to betray him and now
probably killed, like, you know, his brothers and sisters.
Right.
Yeah, but then Beta walks away and says humans fear everything that's unlike them, and then like brushes past him, and then he continues, why should we hide? And then 𝗪𝗲 turns and says, because mother has forbidden drawing unnecessary attention to ourselves. Just because your boyfriend keeps you his dirty little secret.
Oh, Beta's got a boyfriend.
Beta's got a boyfriend. Nice. It doesn't mean the rest. Yeah. I can see so many people begin to simp for this man already, and we know that he's dead, so wouldn't be the first time. But he's like wiping his face and says, just because your boyfriend keeps you his dirty little secret, it doesn't mean the rest of us should suffer from your excessive need to show off.
Wow, he really does talk about the older brother, but he's not. If he's 𝗪𝗲, he should be younger than him, but whatever. Bossy guy.
And then Beta gets all up in his face and says, sorry, I forgot I was talking to mommy's favorite. Oh, he definitely gives favorite child energy, like 100%. And then the girl says, stop it. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting needlessly. And then 𝗪𝗏 says, she's right, and pulls them away from each other. He looks at Beta, says, I know you have your differences, but this isn't the time. And then
look at Omega, he's a little peacemaker. He does have a human heart inside of him. Yeah. And then Anya, the same. I shouldn't be going on the cross ship because I like the Anya. Ivan, but whatever.
Yeah, no, but like also that all of his siblings know about his like soul mark, and they're just like, "Ooh, look at you, Mr. Human Boy, and your soulmate, who you're gonna meet in like a few decades."
I don't know, because I don't know if the other ones have soulmate markers, but also remember, when they were looking for bodies, they mentioned specifically like, oh look, they have soulmate markers, but they're too mangled for us to use. And then another time he said, Alexei told Anya that 𝗪𝗲 singled him out and tortured him and then let him go. And he was like, you know, something specifically for him. He doesn't know why. And then he says, oh, he let me go. He's like, your soulmate is dead, right? And you're useless. So I think there's something with the 10 and like they're searching for like something with the soulmate markers or experimenting.
Maybe that's what Anya is, right? Because she's a person with the soulmate marker and she's got her immortality. So yeah, interesting. I forgot about that detail, but you're right. This is why I should have reread, but I had a lot of work to do today, so emotional day for me as well.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. My favorite figure skater retired today from the sport. I got very sad. It's okay. Unrelated. Okay. But then Beta's looking across his shoulder to 𝗪𝗲, and he says, one day 𝗪𝗲, I hope you see what I see.
Yeah.
A world ready
to sure he does.
Yeah. Humans will never accept us. And 𝗪𝗲's like looking completely unimpressed. And Beta continues, you've been around long enough to know that. Why do you refuse to accept it?
Aw, what a 180 he's done. Really, he's come around, unfortunately.
But he's like, yeah, humans will never trust us. They'll never love us. But he's also got a boyfriend that's a human, probably. Right. It's like,
It's like everyone's like, oh, I hate that group, but my best friend, except for that one.
Yeah, they're different. Like, but then
He's okay.
Delta's like, I trust mother. Oh yeah, again, mama's boy.
Yep. The rule follower.
Yeah. He says humans need time, but they will accept innovation. Hope, brother. Hope is what I choose to see. Your brazenness will get us nowhere. Training Omega.
I don't know, where did he switch so radically?
But yeah, and then he says, training Omega, dragging Zeta into this. You know her name now.
Zeta is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta.
We haven't met Gamma yet, so I mean she's dead too. Oh,
she looks sweet.
Yeah, dragging Zeta into this. What's next? Does Alpha know about this? Oh yeah, I keep wondering who's Alpha. Alpha, the least human of them, probably.
What?
Alpha's probably the least human of them, right? Because they progressively became more human until they got to Omega. And then Omega turns to Delta. He's like, Delta, don't start. And then Beta pipes in and says, when the time comes, and it will, I'd rather know my family is ready. Let me show you. And then he like pulls his fists up and it's like wrapped up for boxing. And then Delta's looking at him. But then Omega again is like, enough Beta. Let me show you what humans do. Oh no, sorry. And then so he's like, enough Beta, but then Beta continues. Let me show you what humans do to rejects. We'll see you still love humans once. We'll see if you still love humans once you see what they do to their trash. And then sorry, I keep stumbling on the words. Delta's like, you're part human. But Beta's like, I stopped being human the moment I woke up like this. Oh, do they remember their past lives? Because I always assumed that they were alive and human before, and then whatever they did the android thing to them, and they've kind of been frozen in time ever since. But
it sounds like it. It also doesn't look like they went through a childhood. Maybe like their mom.
And this is clearly before the war,
right?
Yeah. So. Yeah, so I stopped being human the moment I woke up like this. And then he says, as did you. And it's a shot of Delta and Omega. And he says, he continues saying, stop clinging to your humanity, Delta. All of you. Delta. We're freaks. Unnatural.
Delta literally says the same thing to Omega in an early episode, like number 3 or something. It's like, you're stopping so human.
Yeah, it took his brothers and sisters dying for him to be like, maybe he was right. Oh God. Like, nothing's worse than admitting that your sibling is right about something. Like, straight up. Oh, but then Omega's like, we're not threats. This is our second chance. We just want to live. And then Zeta says,
like, all of you, we're freaks, unnatural threats. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But then Beta says, others of our kind did too. And it begins to like fade and pixelate. And now they're, and then, cool. It's kind of fading into Ivan because they've got really similar eye colors, don't they? And then now they're, and then Ivan says, dead. Hey, are you listening to me?
Hey, what was he saying all the way back last episode that ended with dead?
He just said, you and I need to talk. That was the last thing.
Maybe he's saying something like,
he's probably like, are you dead? Yeah. And he says, hey, are you listening to me? You'll be dead soon at this rate. And Omega is looking him very like unimpressed, like angry red glare. And Ivan continues, you're just going to lay down and take it then? And then it looks like he's kind of speaking in a very fragile kind of voice, the way that the speech bubble is shaped. Says, what do you want? And then honestly, I love these boys. I'm gonna be real with you. I love them. It's like them interacting on their own without the one person that they both care about kind of chilling there with them. It's like I enjoy crazy pairings, right? That's like you've seen me in 𝗵𝗱𝗄, and I love when like groups of characters interact that we haven't seen really interact on their own before.
Mhm.
Exactly that. Loving this vibe. But then, okay, so Ivan's like looking at him and he says, "You're dead. But first,
You
I
dead.
need you
He
alive
wants
long
him to be
enough."
dead. That's rude, Ivan. That's real rude.
I think he means dead is like, this lady is gonna pick you apart any day now. Like,
No, I don't think so. Because he says, he's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "You dead. I
oh,
want you dead." Or first.
oh yeah, sorry, I mixed up my words. He's like, "Yeah, what do you want? You dead. But first, I need you alive long enough to escape this place." He's like looking at him, and then the episode's over.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God, I want these boys to work together, to bust out, and like they're gonna walk out of here, and there's gonna be an explosion behind them, but they're not gonna like high five or anything. They're just gonna be like, "Cool, let's never do that again.
Right.
I still hate you."
As soon as they get out, they're like, "I'll kill you now."
Reluctant allies is another one of my favorite tropes, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I love that. Not to say that they're enemies to lovers, because like, you know, there's clearly like, wouldn't that be something though? I would low-key love that.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, enemies to lovers, but reluctant allies is also really good within that. So like, a la Lauren and Kieran in season 1 of Purple Hyacinth, right? Amazing vibes. So this is gonna be them coming together but still hating each other, relying on each other though to bust out, and I think that's good. But yeah, we learned a lot. We met 2 more of the siblings, so we know of at least 5.
So you know, well, mention alpha. There's beta, zeta,
Gamma,
gamma.
alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Assume there's going to be an epsilon, then a zeta. We know zeta. Then 3 more, and then omega. If we assume that we're going to follow up to 9, it's probably those 3, and then omega.
Cool. Oh yeah, this was great. Oh my gosh, good information. Good terrible torture
I
scene.
miss this comic so much,
Being
man.
a hero.
It's been so long. I'm so happy that it's back, and I hope that it becomes even more popular now that it's back, and that the authors get a lot of love and attention for their webtoon, because it's really good and it deserves more love. And it's been gone for so long that like people might even think it's a new webtoon until they realize season 2. Like,
yeah, I know, it was great. I'm excited. I wonder if I want to do a podcast on it, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'll see how the reception
if you
is.
got the time, man, you've been busy.
Yeah, well, I could maybe do it on a bi-weekly schedule, like the other one.
I feel like you could do them in chunks, if anything. Like, instead of like going through each episode, like exactly do like arcs, and then have like notes about the arcs and like general discussion, if that's faster.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, thank you for having me on to do this. Fun. Missed this webtoon.
This was great.
Thank you so much to my current patrons: Suzie, LadyLibris, Lily, Jenny, Molly, Veronica, Emily, Jo, Rochelle, 𝗪cie 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗏, Anne Rose, Alexa, Misty, Joanne, 𝗪𝗲𝗱𝗄𝗏, Esther, 𝗪𝗏𝗄𝗏, Emily, Jean, Jen, Erin, Kay, Lily, Beckett, Duranda, Christine, Sadie, Kelly, Teresa, Mrs. Gastaldo, Tatiana, Louisa, Rachel, and Stacey Moon. Your support is truly appreciated.